Hello everybody. Welcome to Cruising for Days channel. I think a lot of you would have seen a whole bunch of our shorts that we've been putting out around land cruisers and camping trips and road trips, and most recently a VW Volkswagen Beetle that I bought that we are busy cruising around town with. And I think yesterday I put out a whole bunch of content on shorts around how it handled and how it behaved for the day. So I went and picked it up in Howard Bay yesterday. Been negotiating on this deal for about 2 weeks now. The person that I bought it from had to put it through the roadworthy, so everything was done and dusted. And yesterday, I went and picked it up. So I took an Uber out to Howard Bay, went and got the Beetle. And then drove it 50 kilometers back. And today I'm just going to be talking about how that went. How did it go? I think it was an interesting drive, one or two little hairy moments along the way. But yeah, the video today will be just some content around me driving it physically in the car, and then me talking about it a bit and what my first impressions are. It is a 60-year-old car, so from 1964. And it most definitely behaves like a 60-year-old car, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, just a little bit about the channel. So this is new. I've been putting out a whole bunch of shorts for the last month or so, and I'll start linking those shorts back to my YouTube channel and to the video content that we put out there. Hopefully it's video content that everybody enjoys. It's a bit of a mix of everything. It is from hands-on DIY tasks around servicing my 80 series Land Cruiser, around replacing headlights. You'll see I've got some parts here that needs to be put in over the next couple of videos, and then also just some reviews. So I've got myself a new Snowmaster fridge here that I want to review, and I've been testing it for a couple of weeks now. I did a couple of road trips as well, and then yeah, I bought myself some Ingo tools as well. So a torque wrench and a ratchet spanner, still not opened yet because I want to unbox it on the channel. And then obviously use it and see how it behaves and what it does. So yeah, a whole bunch of things we'll be going through, so some cool content, and really looking forward to your support, hoping that everybody will support us, not just in South Africa but abroad as well. I'll try and keep the content as neutral as possible when it comes to pricing and so forth, so that everybody can have a view. But I think everything we put in there will be worth it. As you can see, I'm also a keen mountain biker, so there'll be some mountain biking content, any work that I do on my bike, standing right here, will also be on there, and then any camping stuff, and then obviously Beetles and just everything that's around cruising for days. So yeah, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy it. And yep, that just happened. I just bought a 1964 VW Bug Beetle here in Howard Bay, Cape Town. It's an absolute classic. Got it for an absolute steal. Really excited about it. So out here in Howard Bay at the moment, and I'm going to drive this baby back to Durbanville. It's about a 50-kilometer drive. Looking forward to it. Saturday morning, cruising the streets of this beauty. She runs really well. Yeah, so looking forward to it. Took an Uber out this morning to get here, and now we're going to drive her home. So yeah, I'll give you a feedback, and we'll film some of the drive just to let you know what it's like to drive a 60-year-old vintage Volkswagen Beetle. All right, everybody, so first impressions. 1964 VW Beetle. That's what she looks like inside, sitting behind the steering wheel. So I'm going to be filming this a little bit by hand. I didn't bring a suction cup along to mount, but this is her, and I want to give feedback on what it's like driving such an old Beetle. So we're going to start her up. There we go, she's running, and yeah, let's get this done. I will take some pictures as we go, some video. But yeah, this is a 60-year-old car. How exciting is this? We're out here at Mariner's Wharf. There's Howard Bay. So we're going to cruise now all the way home. Let's see how this works out for us. All right, 1964, here we go. steering is really loose. The speedometer is not working. Yeah, the steering, I don't know what's going on with the steering. I think there's some adjustment needs to be made or some play on the steering box. Brakes seem pretty good. Let's get an indicator on here. Oh, listen to that little motor purr. She runs like a dream. Be careful of oncoming traffic. I don't know how this thing's brakes are, but anyways, let's see. Oh, there we go, 4th gear. What a beauty. What a beauty. Alright, purring along, 4th gear throughout Bay. Going to be interesting to get this okay onto the highways, so let's see. But it's beautiful out here. I'll stop and do a couple of shots there in Kirstenbosch and the gardens. Yeah, let me get to focusing on driving a 60-year-old Beetle. It's a real hot day in Cape Town, so let's see if we get the air conditioner turned up. There we go. Yeah, oh, we've got some air conditioning coming through, yeah? Oh man, she runs sweet. Smiles for days, that's all I can say. Smiles for days. Oh, this is so beautiful. First impressions on a 60-year-old Volkswagen Beetle. Not bad. I must admit, not the easiest car to drive once you get into it. The pedals, first off, are really close to each other. So I'm 6'4". I wear size 12 shoes, 12, 13, and yeah, that was quite a mission. So I found myself kicking off the shoes and sort of having to go barefoot just to be able to handle the pedals that are really close to each other. Other than that, the car drives really well. Just a little bit of a niggle on the steering, so every time you hit sort of an imperfection in the road, the steering hops around a bit, and you've got to sort of rectify it back again, which is not ideal. So I think something is not right with the steering at the front, which I'll have a look at. I think the guy I purchased it from said they did replace the steering box and the tie rod ends and that, so I just need to do a double check on all of that to see if everything's intact still. I'll do that on the channel, so as soon as I get a gap I will climb into that and we'll definitely record that. And for any of those that don't know how to do it, I also haven't done it before, so that's another good thing about this channel, is we'll learn together. So I am definitely not an experienced mechanic. I have in my past life rebuilt 2 or 3 split screen combis, and I've worked on some Beetles, so I have some idea of what goes into them and how they work. But more than that, we'll learn together. So really looking forward to that. So I think all things said, she ran well. You know, I put 500 rands worth of fuel in there. So I don't know what that is in pounds. It was probably dollars, be $25 worth of fuel, 25 pounds, give or take. I got the tank to about 3/4. The fuel gauge works, which is quite surprising for such an old car. The fuel tank doesn't leak, which is another good thing, because these Beetles are notorious for having leaking fuel tanks. And as you know, all the wiring also sits in the front at the fuel tank, so it's a fire waiting to happen. So yeah, put the fuel in, oil looked good, drove it all the way back. The needle barely moved. The guy that I bought from did say the car's extremely light on fuel, so I'll do a test on that as well and let the channel know how light it is on fuel. But yeah, she goes well. Ran on the highway, cruising at highway speeds. She runs like a dream. Check this out. Fast lane now. These was one point in the video which you'll see that I came around a corner on the freeway and I hit the brakes, and because of the pedals being so close, I hit the brakes and the fuel together and the thing just wouldn't stop. And anyways,
we're going to go to the N1 to Paul. Let's do this thing. Also got 1964 brakes, got to always remember that part. Wowzers, these brakes are bad. Alrighty, that was a bit scary. Anyways, we made it.
Very short, we made it just in time. That was a little bit scary. Got back here and I got told it doesn't leak oil. Guess what? It leaks oil. So my paving has oil all over it. So I've got to get a drip tray for it. I've yet to find the Beetle that doesn't leak oil. So that's normal, I suppose. Right now, she is still sleeping outside. I've got 1 or 2 items in my garage here that I need to get rid of. Where I'm sitting right now is in the garage. And I thought it's a good space to do these YouTube videos because that's what it's about. Just behind the camera here is another 64 bug that I've had for many years. This one not in such a good condition. She needs some TLC. Motor is out, so that's also going to be part of the rebuild that's going to happen on the channel. And then just in front of the garage there is my 80 series Land Cruiser, which I'll also do a review on one of these days. 1996 4.2 diesel. Love the car to bits. Been driving for almost 10 years, my daily, so I drive it every day. Yeah, so that's what we do, and I'm hoping to include you guys in that and just to share. One of my other videos you'll see was around finding a storage unit for my camping trailer, so that one we put out a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, if you like the content, if you like these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You all know how much that means to us, especially for us is trying to make a little bit of a living out of doing these videos. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It'll be very much appreciated, and I promise you I will continue trying to put out some good content that is helpful to most people, and if not anything, just enjoy looking at my ugly mud. So yeah, welcome, and we'll cut back to the video now, and there'll be a couple of reviews in there, and then I'll do a wrap at the end. thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the video. Yeah, some fun scenery, some beautiful Cape Town scenery around that, cruising around in the bug. So for anybody that wondered, hey, that's what it's like driving a 60-year-old Beetle. So yeah, it's great fun. In the last 2 days, we've done every day. We're going to buy some ice creams at the local ice cream parlor. I've got 2 daughters, and my daughters love the car as well. So we've just been cruising around up and down, looking any excuse to drive the vehicle. But thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I've always wondered, like, what's it like driving a 60-year-old VW Beetle, and now we have it on video. So thanks for joining. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It goes a hell of a long way for me to continue making this content, and we'll chat to you guys soon. Keep cruising for days.